Well, thank you to all of our partners who've stuck with us, worked with us over the last crazy year of the pandemic. For us at Titus Talent Strategies, we amazingly had one of our best years yet. And I want to say thank you to all of our partners who've worked with us and traveled with us on our journey. So 2020 was, although a very, very challenging year for many, and for many companies and for our nation as a whole, at Titus Talent Strategies, we've seen an incredible rallying of our team members in the way they served our partners with talent strategy services, whether it be helping with recruitment, whether doing critical searches or large volume sourcing, or on our consulting side of the house, which is all around how to engage, how to attract, how to hire, how to develop, how to retain your team members. Our consulting team were really in the trenches there serving our partners. It was a fantastic year on so many fronts. Scott, as president of the company, tell us a little bit from your perspective, what helped us and would be credited to our success over the last year.
Yeah, we're a people first company, as you know, Jonathan, and I just think our people really rose to the occasion and did a tremendous job, did a terrific job serving our partners. And so very, very thankful to have such wonderful employees and people in our organization. And I think as we've developed over the past so many years, we've really elevated recruiting to kind of create a mini movement, almost what we're calling our hire for performance, our H4P, where there's a better way. There's a different way to really find ideal people. Not just in the sourcing, how do you find these people, but also I've got a good person, I've got them leaning in, and how do I get them on board? How do I know that I'm hiring the right person? So we've created the head, heart, and briefcase process, which is about a third. There's a lot of information on our website on this, so I'm not going to go into too much detail here. But I think that head, heart, and briefcase, along with our candidate scorecard and portfolio, I think those things have really helped us in creating a mini movement in recruiting, which is a big contributor to our success.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things since our inception, we set out to be not a recruiting company. We said, we're not a recruiting company, we're a talent strategy company. What we meant by that wasn't just to slap a different name on it, but we said we are a company that doesn't just care about recruiting as a service. That many recruiting services care about day one. Many recruiting companies care about getting the candidate in there to fill the role and bill for the role. For us, we said it was far more important that we equip companies to make the best attraction, hiring, engagement, and development decisions so that they can meet their people and performance objectives. So fast forward a year, what has the person done, achieved, or accomplished to be considered successful in the role? There's a whole lot more than just showing up on day one. Obviously, there's performance dynamic. There's another dynamic of team cohesion and bringing everyone together and creating high-performing teams for companies. So when we say we're a talent strategy company, I think one of the reasons that we are not with the sad 1 in 5 companies in the recruiting space that went bankrupt last year in the United States, we're not in that bunch because we're a talent strategy company. We weren't just out there to fill and bill for roles. We're really looking at the whole perspective. So 3-4 years back, we partnered with the Predictive Index. The Predictive Index is a fantastic tool to really understand how teams come together. So that was a lot of our laboring and work with our clients last year and our partners, was really understanding their teams and how to get the most out of their teams through and then post-pandemic. And so the PI, the Predictive Index, our alliance with them as certified partners to essentially sell, train, and implement Predictive Index. That was a huge part. Another huge part for us last year, if you haven't heard already, is our performance guaranteed solution. Performance guaranteed is essentially this. When you go to hire somebody, what if you could increase the quality of hire by guaranteeing performance? And so that's what we set out to do a number of years ago, where we said we will guarantee that 3 major quantifiable performance objectives are accomplished by the anniversary date. The wild thing that we did last year, the wild thing was, I looked at Scott and said, what if we charged for our services a year later? Now, any of you business owners out there are thinking, you can't do that. It's called cash flow. If only our employees would be willing to be paid a year later, then it would work. So we couldn't do that. But what we did is said, cover our operating costs, and the reward will be for us, the reward will be a year later. So we actually invoice in 2 separate components. One of the components, our gift during pandemic, was that we will invoice our clients on the anniversary day of the people we recommend that they hire. So it is probably the most outlandish, outrageous, A, guarantee on performance, but B, billing and invoicing structure known to man. No, but in the industry, it is wild for sure. So if you've not heard about this and you want to hear more information, check us out on our website or do reach out to us. So Scott, one thing that you've always been passionate about is building the post-hire process of how to engage, how to develop, how to manage, and how to really get teams in the right direction from a performance perspective. Talk about the exciting new Manage for Performance platform.
Yeah, I'd love to. Manage for Performance really has come from an outreach or an outpouring from our partners. They're asking, okay, how do we onboard? How do we engage? How do we retain key employees? And we're really struggling with that. And that's something we hear very, very often. So I'm pleased to announce that we have launched our M4P software, which stands for Manage for Performance. It's another mini movement in the people strategy. So what this software does essentially is it creates a culture of coaching and accountability. And it helps organizations really engage, manage, and tie that performance. So we start with hire for performance. What are those performance objectives that you talked about, Jonathan? And then how do we manage to that and develop and grow our people? So if that's something that people are interested in, we would love to talk to you, love to show you this new software that we developed.
Very exciting for us in partnering with our partners and clients over the last year, because the give back nature of it, which really does lead me to another component, is our give back initiative. At the beginning of 2020, we launched our Give Global initiative. It's a part of the Titus Catalyst Fund. From day one, when we started the company, Scott and I agreed together that we want to be committed to radical generosity and committed to a journey of generosity, which for us, that's what it looks like is this. Over the next 10 years, we are committing to give back $30 million to transform our communities. So this is a profit sharing through our team members and to our community. So every dollar of any piece of revenue that comes into our organization is having a give back component. I don't really like the term give back because it sounds like you've taken too much. For us, it's not once we get to a certain point, then we're going to give. It was off of our very first dollar we've been giving. And so we are on track on our journey for 30 by 30 or $30 million by 2030. So thank you to our partners. You are a part of this movement. You are a part of our journey of generosity, and you're a part of the Titus Give Global initiative. We launched our initiative by taking the entire team down to Mexico, where we built 3 homes for families in extreme poverty. And you can check out the video on our website or on our YouTube channel. So thank you again for partnering with us. It is a journey together. It is, as Scott said, a mini movement. I love that. And so thank you to all of our partners who've been a part of this movement. We have got some exciting days ahead. We'll look forward to working with you again. Thanks a lot.